Pleased, very lucky to have a live guest here in our studio. Stacia Hill is a junior at Big Sky High School and certainly knows a lot more about science than I do. So I would like to pick your brain a little bit and hear about your project, which has taken you all across the state, across the West, and we'll be taking you to Pittsburgh for the International Science and Engineering Fair coming up next month. But tell me a little bit about this. It's very interesting from what I've read.
Well, I'm looking at a fungal endophyte that infects cheatgrass, which is an invasive species of grass in Montana, and prevents it from developing seeds. So there's a possibility for it to be used as a biological control agent instead of using other control methods like herbicides or burning or tillage.
Which is certainly a timely issue. I know a lot of people are studying similar things to this, looking at natural ways to combat non-native species. What have you found in your research?
Well, last year I started by doing a genetic analysis of the fungus from MPG Ranch, which is a nature conservation site I worked on. And I'm just trying to figure out how to get infection levels of this fungus high enough to wipe out cheatgrass. So this year I started looking at other fungal endophytes that are living in cheatgrass and sort of the relationship between all of these pathogens and endophytes.
What is a fungal endophyte, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, an endophyte is just an organism, usually a fungi or bacteria that lives within the cells of a plant. And so Ustalaga bullata is the endophyte I'm looking at, and it's a fungus, and it infects cheatgrass, and it prevents the development of seeds in the grass.
What's it called again?
Ustalaga bullata.
I like that. So, and this has taken you all over. You took first place at the Montana State Science Fair in Butte. You traveled to Salt Lake City for a symposium down there. And what does it mean to be able to represent Montana at the International Science Fair coming up in Pittsburgh next month?
Well, I'm really excited to do that. Last year I also got the chance to go to the International Science Fair in Los Angeles, and it was definitely one of the most fun experiences I've had in my entire life. So I'm really excited to go along with a few other students from Montana to Pittsburgh and meet kids from all around the world and hear about their projects. Seriously,
I mean, I can imagine, just looking at your project, I can imagine the diversity of projects you see at these science fairs. What are some of the cool ones you saw last year in LA?
Well, last year we saw a project from a boy who was looking at how to reduce exhaust emissions from cars and help reduce pollution. And we also looked at a project that focused on conservation of wetlands and studying different types of animals from around the world. And there was just a ton of different awesome projects.
Well, great. Well, very interesting and impressive, and it makes me feel good as an American, I know, to know that kids like you are in our school systems and will be our future leaders. So best of luck to you in Pittsburgh, and thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Stacia Hill from Big Sky High School. She knows a lot about science. We will be right back.